Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I wanted to review a game I played recently of Transformers TCG. So I'm running tanks against jets. My opponent got to go first, and they're swinging Starscream into Megatron. So this is the first time I'm running tanks. This is my first tanks game, and I'll talk as I go through. This is a pretty standard tanks list, I feel, going for a lot of Pierce and a lot of blue flips. And that flip definitely scared me. So he's running a lot of orange on his jets. And he's got 10 attack. I've got 4 defense, so he does 6 damage to me. And he's going right after Megatron. So I wanted to get a feel for a tanks deck. I've never played tanks before, like I said. And I get the idea is survivability with all the blue, and then high defense and trying to get Pierce so my raw attack gets through. So I did definitely misplay some stuff here, but I'm trying to kind of do a little post-analysis and hopefully I learned something. So I swing Demolisher into Starscream, and that was my mistake here. I haven't tapped him yet. I didn't mean to attack with him. I was still gonna play my card. And I'm playing the bigger they are, because that does give Demolisher the Pierce, and he is swinging with 0, which I wasn't thinking through. I should have attacked him in tank mode. But I guess it does get me a little through the deck. I'm so used to playing Demolisher with Nemesis where I'm just trying to get through the deck. But now he does have his 4 defense to kind of protect my other tanks. And I think I didn't get a good feel from this game of kind of what the tanks are trying to do. So I would love, as we're going through this, call out my mistakes, help, if anyone has anything to teach me, I'd appreciate it. Because I like the idea of tanks. I just don't know how well they do. So yeah, so he plays rollout on Starscream. That does, I think that ability is he gets to deal damage to one of my characters. Yep, equal to the number of other planes he has, so he gets another 2 damage on Megatron. And then I think he's thinking of what he wants to do next, so he knows he'll have to go after Demolisher. And he's running high orange, high Pierce, so this is not good for me at all. I think this matchup is tough besides me misplaying. I get to roll, so I do have 7 defense, but again, he's got the 3 Pierce. So then, in my head, I think at this point I'm really debating what I want to do next. That the Crushing Treads is promising, like that's what I need to get the Pierce on some of my other guys. So I transform Darkmount, give him the Crushing Treads, and then play Inspiring Leadership to try and get some more options, see what else I might be able to do on the next turn. And yeah, I'm my heavy blue pips, I'm putting those back in my deck, and I like the rest of my cards in my hand. The Piercing Blaster is another one I wanna get. And yeah, he's got 8 damage on Megatron, so I'm just gonna go after Starscream as best I can. I don't flip any additional, that's to be expected, but I do get 3 Pierce into Starscream. And now it's his turn, and I know he's going to swing with Slipstream. And I was a little unfamiliar with the way the jets work. That's another deck I've played. I've really just been playing Nemesis, Dinobots, and then Metroplex. And he's got the force field. So that's tough. I mean, It's not terrible for me because I'm not playing high bold or high attack. You know, if I get 3 or 4 pierce, that basically the force field doesn't do anything. And yeah, slipstream attacks, but nothing gets through. And I've got a force field of my own, which helps my survivability. I decide to put it on Megatron because Demolisher has 4 health left. That doesn't do him any good. And I know he's going after Megatron. Although, looking at it now, right, that was a misplay because Megatron also has 4 health left. Really, the only place it would have been useful would have been on Darkmount, wouldn't it? I transform Megatron so he gets the pierce, and then give him, the bigger they are, give him a little more raw attack. And I want to kill something now. And maybe this, like, I'm thinking I can go after Skywarp and really just get something in there. So he's got 3 defense, but I do have 7 pierce 3. So I didn't get the kill. And as I'm going back and watching this, I'm really wondering, he forced me to attack Starscream starting out, but maybe I should have switched focus on a Skywarp sooner because Skywarp does have that piercing blaster, which really that piercing blaster kind of makes my defense a little more useless. And he plays the photon blaster, the photon bomb, which damages everyone, but he is running planes, so he has ways to move damage, right? Slipstream can move damage onto my guys. So that, yeah, and the pierce. So this is goodbye. And I'm actually surprised he's attacking Darkmount at this point. Maybe he's afraid he'd attack too high, but I figured he would have gone for a Demolisher kill, or seen if he could have gotten under the or attacked Megatron, because the force field again at 10 damage doesn't protect Megatron. And Slipstream does get to move an additional damage onto Darkmount. And yeah, 5 attack, pierce, 3. That's rough. And I do have 4 defense, so I take the 3 pierce damage. Darkmount is not quite dead. So now at this point I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can just sacrifice Demolisher to buy my other guys a little more time. I feel like Demolisher is the expendable one. I think that's what was going through my head right now. And I get to get rid of Piercing Blaster. Transform Darkmount. Get rid of a card to give 2 damage onto someone else. And here's, I think this was a misplay, right? I wasn't thinking my steps through. I got rid of Piercing Blaster, but I was going to kill Skywarp anyway. Clearly, I should have gotten rid of the force field, bounced the force field into the scrap, and then I would have killed Skywarp, and then I would have had a shot at Starscream after Starscream attacks. Kill Skywarp, do some damage on Slipstream. But yeah, you know, that's the sort of thing. I think at this point I was a little nervous that the game was... I was not expecting the damage to get on my guys so quickly. Tanks seemed... I guess in my head, when I was grabbing the deck list to pilot it, I was thinking that it was a little more invulnerable than it is, but this one was tough. And yeah, I do get to put the armored plating on everyone, but I'm wondering here, like, it kind of looks like I might have a shot, but I'm wondering if the game's already kind of over at this point. So I do have the Energon Axe, which helps me put some damage on. And I do 6 Pierce 2, and Slipstream's got 2 defense. So she takes the 4, or 3 defense, so she takes the 3 damage. But here's where he gets to put some damage on that kills Darkmount. So, and that's probably another misplan on my part. Knowing that he could have killed Darkmount like that, I should have attacked with Darkmount. That would have given me an extra attack turn. Although, probably he would have been able to kill Demolisher anyway. But it's, you know, I think that's what's helpful about going back over footage, is as I'm trying to learn the game better. And hopefully, you know, if anyone else is interested, they're able to learn from my mistakes. And then Octagon is freaking out on me for a second. But I do pull plenty of defense to keep Demolisher alive for another turn. Get an Energon Axe on Megatron. And now I've got a decision to make here. I go after Slipstream because Slipstream does have the Piercing Blaster. I know that Starscream might be able to, you know, rapid convert and kill Demolisher next turn. But I'm hoping that's not going to be the case. And yeah, I got 5 Pierce 2. Not enough to kill. Slipstream's surprisingly beefy. I'd like to get one at some point. I've got an extra Nemesis that I'm hoping I can trade for like an SDCC card or 2. I don't know if it's worth a full pack for what they're going for these days, but hopefully. But yeah, going back, you know, maybe the game was closer than I remember when I played it. I remember playing it and kind of, I felt like I was on the back foot the entire time. I mean, he does have a lot of health. Starscream has 4 health left. Slipstream has 7 health left. With my guys, I think tanks are too slow to put that much health on. And yeah, he does get the rollout, so there's the Demolisher kill. And Megatron has the force field, but the force field, it doesn't do anything at this point. And he gets to swing into Megs. Octagon sends cards out into the wild for some reason. Maybe that's... I think I learned how to not do that. And he's got the 3 damage. He gets to move a damage onto Megatron, puts Megatron at 1 health left. The Pierce is a kill, and that is a good game. And to my opponent, Bludgeon, a very good game. I think that was very well played on his part.